Jai Hind, sir. May I have your permission to start, sir? Thank you, sir. National Cadet Corps is the largest uniformed youth organization in the world. The Corps, through its wide range of program, has assisted a number of young men and women to blossom into responsible citizens of the country. The genesis of the National Cadet Corps can be traced back to the period of World War I. When the British was at the verge of losing the war due to the lack of manpower, they looked at India as a source. At the same time, the Indians wanted a rightful place in the command and control hierarchy of the defence forces. Thus, the Indian Defence Force Act 1917 was passed and enrolment of Indian students in a youth organisation named as University Corps began.
The prominent member of the University Cadet Corps was Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. After the formation of the University Corps in 1920, the Indian Territorial Force Act was approved. This act was for widening the scope of the Indian University Corps. It recommended that the University Corps be replaced by the University Training Corps, the UTC. Shri Morarji Desai, former Prime Minister of India and the first Marshal of the Indian Air Force, Arjun Singh, were prominent members of the University Training Corps. After World War II, in September 1939, India decided that they will not fight for others like the British. Indians wanted to make the UTC more attractive. Hence, in 1942, the UTC was remodeled to Officers Corps of the UK and then renamed as University Officers Training Corps, UOTC.
The Women's Auxiliary Corps, formed in 1942, broke the ice of orthodoxy in India in many ways and encouraged many young girls to join the NCC Girls Division that came later. The next turning point in evolution of NCC was during the Kashmir War of 1948. This war emphasized the importance of strong armed forces to India. Hence, the Kunzuru Committee put forth the recommendations stating the importance of military training for the upcoming youth, which finally formed the National Cadet Corps in the same lines with the University Officers Training Corps. The NCC of Independent India was inaugurated on 15 July 1948 with only junior and senior division of the Army Wing, and the NCC Day is celebrated on the fourth Sunday of every November. The Girls Division of NCC was raised on 15 July 1949. On 1st April 1950, the Corps established the Air Wing. The Naval Wing of the Corps came into being in July 1952. An inexpensive supplement to the NCC was proposed by the then Director General, which was introduced as the National Youth Movement and transformed it as Auxiliary Cadet Corps in 1952 due to high demand of NCC units.
The NCC flag for the various units was first introduced in 1951. It was the same pattern, color and size as used by the various regiments of the Indian Army. In 1954, the existing tricolour flag was then introduced. The three colours in the flag depict the three services of the Corps: red for the Army, deep blue for the Navy, light blue for the Air Force. In 1960, NCC rifles were introduced due to the high demand in military training by the then Defence Minister Krishna Menon. The NCC rifles then was merged with the NCC units on July 1964. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and His Royal Highness Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, witnessed the NCC rally held on 27 January 1961. They were much impressed by the display presented by the cadets.
The official song of the NCC, Kadam Mila Ke Chal, was adopted in 1963 and registered in 1969.
The director of the documentary about NCC called A Cadet's Diary wanted a suitable song. He used Hum Sab Hindi Hai, which became a hit, thus led to the authorities making it the NCC song, which was sung and liked by everyone. In 1980, the word Hindi in the song was substituted with Bharatiya. NCC has evolved, become independent and undergone many growths. The NCC grew from the strength of 20,000 in the beginning to 1.5 million presently.
The aim of NCC is to create a human resource of organized, trained and motivated youth to provide leadership in all walks of life and be always available for the service of the nation. To provide a suitable environment to motivate the youth to take up a career in the armed forces. To develop character, comradeship, discipline, leadership, secular outlook and spirit of adventure and ideals of selfless service amongst youth of the country. The head of NCC is the Director General, who holds a rank of Lieutenant General. Colonel Gopal Gurunath Bevor was the first director of NCC. The NCC contains 17 directorates with 788 units, including the Army, Navy, and Air Force Wing. The NCC has been added as an elective course in many institutions. The cadets go through 2 years of A certificate in school, 3 years of B and C certificate in college, which marks the end of the NCC course. The former President APJ Abdul Kalam said in his speech, "In my view, 2 years of NCC training be made compulsory for all eligible students, both boys and girls at the school or college level. This may work out to cadre the strength of 20 million students for NCC."
The need for having motto for the Corps was discussed in the 11th Central Advisory Committee meeting held on 11th August 1978. The mottos suggested were duty and discipline, duty, unity and discipline, duty and unity, unity and discipline. The final decision for selection of unity and discipline as motto for NCC was taken in the 12th Central Advisory Committee meeting held on 12th October 1980. Rather than just being second line of defense, NCC syllabus laid greater stress in developing quality of leadership and officer-like qualities. The military training which the NCC cadets received was reduced and greater importance was given to the other areas like social service and youth management. The cardinals of NCC are: obey with a smile, be punctual, work hard and without fuss, make no excuses and tell no lies. The National Cadet Corps is an organization that benefits both the society as well as its cadets. One of the main benefits of the NCC include the direct entry into the Service Selection Board. NCC cadets have also marked their presence to help the defense forces during events such as the Indo-China War of 1962, the Indo-Pak War of 1965, Indo-Pak War of 1971 and the Kargil War of 1999. The NCC cadets have also served during calamities such as earthquake, floods and cyclones. They helped during the Moradabad riots, Bhopal grass tragedy, Surendranagar drought and so on. Some of the prominent NCC cadets of India are Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India, Shri Hamid Ansari, former Vice President of India, Mrs. Kiran Bedi, former IG Delhi Police, Srimati Sushma Swaraj, Ministry of External Affairs of India. Late Captain Vikram Batra was awarded with Paramveer Chakra.
The NCC includes many camps such as Youth Exchange Program, which is a country-to-country exchange program, where cadets travel to other countries to experience their socio-economic and cultural realities. There are currently 11 countries to which the cadets can travel to for the exchange program.
NCC Republic Day Camp is a culmination of all NCC training activities. This camp represents all parts of India and is a mini India in itself. RDC is held at Garrison Parade Ground, Delhi Cantonment from 1st to 29 Jan. 2070 selected NCC cadets from 17 directorates attend the camp. The camp is inaugurated by the Vice President of India and culminates with Prime Minister's rally on 28 January. During the camp, visit of Raksha Mantri, Cabinet Ministers, Chief Minister of Delhi, 3 service chiefs and various state ministers, VIPs are also organized. During the RDC, various competitions are conducted amongst the 17 NCC directorates to decide the champion directorate for award of Prime Minister's banner. Competitions are keenly contested in various events such as National Integration Awareness Presentation, Drill, Line and Flag Area, cultural programs like Group Song, Group Dance and Ballet, All India Best Cadet of Senior Division and Senior Wing in each service, Army, Navy and Air Discipline, and All India Best Cadet Boys and Girls each from Junior Wing. Aero modelling and ship modelling are also conducted during RDC.
All India Nausainik Camp is conducted annually for Naval Wing cadets. Boat pulling, regatta and sailing competitions are the main activities of this camp. All India Thal Sainik Camp is conducted at NCC Headquarters, Delhi Cantonment every year. All India Vaisainik Camp is organized for Air Wing cadets. These camp tests one's potential to sustain in the war field. The cadets are also given to take part in adventurous journeys such as mountaineering, river rafting, gliding, boat pulling, parasailing, bungee jumping and so on. The culture of India is distinct, unique and rich. The cadets of NCC embrace this culture and represent their cultural specialities during camps.
The National Cadet Corps this year is celebrating its 69th anniversary. This year has provided NCC with many achievements such as 10 SW scaled the world's highest peak, Mount Everest expedition. They created 2 Limca Book of World Records. NCC was awarded for its contribution towards Swachhata by Prime Minister of India Shri Narendra Modi. NCC, through its mass space in rural and urban areas, took up the task of Swachhata on a war footing with a total of over 5,80,000 cadets participating at the same time.
Karnataka and Goa Directorate of NCC is one of the largest geographically stretched directorate. It has ample number of trekking sites for the Army cadets, river lines, state-of-the-art technology naval base of Karwar and opportunity for flying expeditions at Jakkur Air Base in Bengaluru. This directorate is proud to cater for the thrill of the 3 wings of NCC. This directorate has a strength of 75,000 cadets. The prominent NCC cadets from Karnataka and Goa are Field Marshal K.M. Karyappa, OBE, the first Indian Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Army. He led the Indian forces on the Western Front during the Indo-Pakistani War of 1947.
The government of Karnataka is one of the strongest government which has been very supportive in all the endeavours of Karnataka and Goa Directorate.
A large number of cadets have been selected from Karnataka and Goa Directorate for the Youth Exchange Program to visit Kazakhstan, Sri Lanka, Russia, Singapore, Maldives, Vietnam, Bangladesh and Bhutan every year.
Our directorate has been winners of Prime Minister's banner at Republic Day Parade 11 times and runners-up 12 times. Our directorate were also winners consecutively for 4 years from 1981 to 84. Our directorate conducted 2 motorcycle expeditions hailing the cause of One India and upkeeping the motto of NCC. Besides this, 7 trekking expeditions were held throughout the directorate.
Personality development course is given to the cadets of our directorate during leadership camp.
Our cadets have always been forthcoming for the national and social cause, constructively portraying the picture of pride and patriotism.
Awareness camps for conservation of natural resources, tree plantation, conservation of water bodies and waste management are conducted.
International Day of Yoga, run to create awareness of global warming, blood donation camps, health education and awareness, gender equality and anti-dowry has seen the highest participation by cadets of our directorate.
AIDS awareness and Swachh Bharat campaign were taken on in a major way as a service to the society. As a special gesture, our directorate extended aid to the drought-stricken areas of Hyderabad, Karnataka region by providing drinking water facility for 2 weeks.
Our directorate also got into an MOU to register 518 Morarji Desai residential schools for boys and Kittur Rani Chennamma residential schools for girls under Karnataka Residential Education Society.
The journey of NCC goes on and on. It will conquer heights through the years to come. National Cadet Corps not only physically trains the cadets but gives them a new perspective of life and teaches them the importance of not giving up. Thank you. Jai Hind.